Hello friends, my name is Peter the Pillbug, and I invite you to take a closer look at the many living things that scurry across USC's campus. Today, we are talking about squirrels. Welcome to Creatures of Campus. Squirrels, being of the Sciuridae family in the Rodentia order, are a collection of 268 species of rodents. They range from ground squirrels to flying squirrels to chipmunks to prairie dogs and marmots. The squirrels you see most on college campuses, though, are the eastern gray squirrels. The eastern gray squirrel's scientific name is Sciurus carolinensis, a name literally meaning squirrel of Carolina. Gray squirrels are found all across the East Coast and up through the Midwest. They are native to the deciduous forests of eastern America, but are highly adaptable. They were introduced to many urban parks and areas in the late 19th century as a harmless, entertaining animal to make green spaces feel more alive. The eastern gray squirrel has thrived in these spaces as they can easily find food scraps dropped by humans. Although human foods are not always good for squirrels, a readily available food source, few natural predators, and plenty of space to build dens have enabled gray squirrel populations to explode in more urban environments. A college campus is a prime example of this phenomenon. Squirrels on campus are widespread enough that they have become ingrained in campus culture, not just at USC either, but all over the country and beyond. Gray squirrels are even part of the campus life across the pond in places like Oxford. Gray squirrels do not hibernate, but work hard to bulk up during autumn to stay warm and healthy through winter. They are hardy creatures with a love of food. They scavenge for it, traditionally going for nuts, seeds, berries, and even tree bark. They practice what's known as scatter hoarding, where they collect and store food in many small locations for later recovery. Squirrels rely on scent and memory to remember where they buried their food. There is evidence that while most small mammals experience some brain shrinkage during the lead-up to winter, squirrels' brains actually expand during that time. Even with that extra brain power, they are not perfect and will often forget where all their food caches are. Their forgetfulness does lead to many plants and trees being planted. What helpful critters! Gray squirrels can breed twice in a year if food sources are abundant, once in the early spring and again in late summer. Baby gray squirrels are called kits. Typically, each litter of newborns will be between 1 and 4 kits. With their dens being so high, it's no surprise that gray squirrels are great climbers. They have 5 digits on their paws like us, but use long nails to grip onto trees. Tree squirrels can also turn their back paws around when they climb down trees head first, allowing them to hang from their back legs for an easier descent. Another great feature of the gray squirrels is their big bushy tails. They use them for all sorts of things. One is for mobility. They use their tails to help balance and leap from branch to branch. They also use their tails to protect themselves from the elements, using them as a blanket in the cold or an umbrella in the rain, and even to communicate with other squirrels. But tail wiggling isn't the only way they communicate. Gray squirrels make a variety of vocalizations too. Their meanings are still being studied, but it is agreed upon that some are calls for mates, while others are warnings to predators and other squirrels to back off of their territory. Just another fascinating aspect of the complex world of the common eastern gray squirrel. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something about the often overlooked friends that fill our campus. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.